Contestant number 3, John Morris. John Morris.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, but most of all, thank you, Donna, for a phenomenal speech. It was inspirational, it was well delivered, and it was one of the greatest speeches I've heard. So I really want to make sure that you know how much we appreciate you coming here. We appreciate you driving around the parking lot, learning a little bit about the squatty buildings, but very much a great speech. So this evening, when I want to look at your speech, is like an incredible meal. So we're gonna have a soup, we're gonna have a salad, we're gonna have an entree, we're gonna have a dessert, and maybe a surprise mint at the end. So when we look at tonight's speech, the entree was phenomenal. And when you look at the things that we learned, we saw great structure. You told us there were 4 points. You reiterated the 4 points. You came back to each point. You tied things to those points. So when we're in that structure, it was great. So we learned about passion. We learned about planning. We learned about keeping on, and we learned about celebrating. So phenomenal structure within the entree. We learned humor. You have a great delivery on your humor. And we saw the Big Bird calendar. We saw the visual imagery in majoring of getting up. We saw the icy slope with sticks strapped to our feet, right? And we saw the counting my bruises. So we had great humor and great connection. We also, and I love the imagery, the boy that you shared with us. It was moving, it was touching, it's still phenomenal there. Loved the ending, the little mint at the end. It was phenomenal, where you connected that beginning intro of getting to yet, and when other people say can't, you simply say yet. So the mint was great, the body, the entree was great. Where I think we struggled a little bit is when we look at the soup and the salad. The soup is what grabs us at the beginning, and I wasn't sure where you were going at the beginning. I kind of sensed it a little bit deeper in, but at the very beginning, I wanted something to grab me and to know what we were doing. So I wanted that soup to start my meal. Then, from a salad perspective, I kind of wanted to know what the outline was, what we were going to do, some sort of a little structure of what the entree was going to be like. Now, we already talked about how incredible the entree was, but then when we got to the dessert, I would have loved to kind of reiterate the 4 points again. So kind of tell us what you're going to tell us. Tell us what you're telling us, which you did a phenomenal job at. And then tell us what you told us. And those 2 pieces, the soup and salad piece was a little bit lighter than what I would have liked, and the end to dessert was just a hair lighter. However, when you look at what we learned, and you look at the experience that it was for us, I think this was a phenomenal speech, one that we truly, truly enjoyed, and I want to thank you.
Thank you.